On February 14, 2019, India lived through one of its darkest days in its fight against terrorism, when a Jaish-e-Mohammad terrorist exploded an IED and martyred 40 brave CRPF Jawans near Pulwama in Kashmir. As an angry nation sought revenge, the attack led to a chain of events culminating with India carrying out one of its most audacious military operations in recent history, an airstrike on a terror camp deep within Pakistani territory.
The sky was still dark in the wee hours of February 26, 2019, when a package of 12 Mirage 2000 bombers of the Indian Air Force made way towards the Western Front from central India. Armed to the teeth with Spice 2000 smart bombs and Crystal Maze missiles, the Mirages were shadowed by IAF's Eye in the Sky. The IAL-76 Bone AWACS radar, even as Sukhois from the Jodhpur squadron carried out combat air patrols to confuse the enemy. Codenamed Operation Bandar, this was the first time that the IAF would carry out a strike inside Pakistan since 1971. The target terrorist group Jaish-e-Mohammad's largest training camp in Balakot, Pakistan. A fortnight before, on February 14th, the terror group had executed an attack in Pulwama of Jammu and Kashmir that left 40 soldiers of the CRPF martyred. Jaish-e-Mohammed took responsibility of the attack. The pictures of the last rites of the brave troopers angered the entire nation. India needed revenge. More importantly, a message had to be sent. From here on, costs would be inflicted on Pak terror machine. The precision strike on the terror training camp on the Balakot hilltop killed over 100 recruits, including some senior commanders of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Use of advanced stealth technology caught Pakistan by surprise. The operation was meticulously planned and executed. Veterans recall how the combination of low-flying, terrain-hugging Mirages and AWACS hoodwinked the enemy. Designated a global terrorist organization by the United Nations, Jaish, under Maulana Masood Azhar, has had a long history of terrorism in India, from the 2001 Parliament attack to the one on the Pathankot airbase in 2016. Clearly, Jaish and the Pakistani deep state backing it had to be taught a lesson. India made sure the strike was specific to the terror camp and targeted no civilians. A red-faced Pakistan launched a counter-air strike the next day, ably repulsed by an alert Indian Air Force. In the ensuing dogfight, an Indian MiG-21 Bison, piloted by Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman, was shot down. Pakistan captured Varthaman but had to release him immediately, as India told them of consequences if any harm came to him. In the end, Operation Bandar was not just a military maneuver. With the Balakot airstrikes, India achieved multiple objectives. 1. We told Pakistan that India was not afraid to go up the escalation matrix to inflict costs if Pakistan continued to host terrorism from its soil. India called Pakistan's nuclear bluff. 2. India told the world that its indulgence with Pakistan and Pakistan-based terror machine had to stop. Subsequent developments from the United Nations to the FATF, Financial Action Task Force, isolating Pakistan further on global stage proved that the world was listening to the new India now.
The Balakot airstrikes attained a couple of objectives for us. For one, India told Pakistan that a red line had been drawn, that in case of any future attacks, India was willing to up the escalation matrix, and that Pakistan's nuclear bluff had been called. Also, India told the world that it had to stop indulging with Pakistan and its terror machine. The new India was willing to take matters in its own hands.